Hey YouTube friends, this is Lady M62 and today we are making sweet potato pie. So as you can see, I have sugar, salt, this is brown sugar, evaporated milk, softened butter, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla extract, and 2 beaten eggs. And I do not boil my sweet potatoes, I bake them. Here they are there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my handheld mixer just to get all the shreds or whatever that is that's in the sweet potatoes. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then I'll come back when I start to add the ingredients. Okay, this is how it looks. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off, dry it, and then put it back on my handheld mixer. And then I'm going to add the butter and the sugars. Okay, so I've added brown sugar, the butter, and the granulated sugar. And you guys, I've mentioned before that I don't really use measurements. So you'll hear me say a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I guess because I've been cooking for such a long time, I just kind of know how to put stuff together. That's why I really don't do video tutorials. These are more just for entertainment purposes. You know, maybe I'll try to start doing measurements, but I usually just say like a pinch of this or a little bit of this. So anyway, I'm not going to make this video long. Let's just go ahead and get this butter and sugar mixed in with the sweet potatoes. All right, so I've mixed in the butter and the sugars. Now you see the spices. I love cinnamon, so I added, you know, I would say maybe a half a teaspoon of cinnamon or maybe a little bit more. And then I added just a pinch of nutmeg because I don't particularly care for nutmeg. All right, so I've added the carnation milk, some of the carnation milk. This is still full. I kind of just add a little bit at a time just to look at the consistency of it. And as you can see back there, it's dark. I've added the vanilla extract. The eggs is the last thing that I put in my pie because once that I add the eggs, I don't want to over beat the mixture. All right, now we're at the last stage of how I make my pies, and I put the eggs in last. All right, so this is what our filling looks like. And, you know, some people add flour, a little bit of flour to their sweet potato pie, but I've never done that before. So this is a pre-made pie shell, deep dish. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it. I have my oven preheated to 425. I'm going to cook it at 425 for 15 minutes, and I'm going to turn it down to 350 and cook it for like another 30 minutes. And if you have like a crust, the shield thing to protect your crust, you can use that. If you don't have it, like I don't have it, you just use some aluminum foil. It worked just fine. All right, so our pie is ready for the oven. And that was enough for a deep dish pie. I love deep dish sweet potato pie. All right, guys, so our sweet potato pie, ooh, it's still kind of hot, has finished. And this is a deep dish pie shell. So I wanted to make sure I cooked it a little bit longer. Because one thing I hate, you guys, is this has to set. I mean, it's extremely hot. But once it sets for a couple of hours or whatever, one thing I hate, I've eaten other people's sweet potato pie deep dish. And when I cut it, the top is done, but the bottom, like in the inside of the pie, is still raw. And it's probably because they didn't cook it long enough. So here is the finished product. And like I said, it's very, very hot. Gonna let this cool off for hours actually, because it's about 8 o'clock Thanksgiving morning. I've been up since 3 a.m. I started cooking like the deviled eggs and all that other stuff, the cold stuff, yesterday. But this morning, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning cooking. So yeah, this is the sweet potato pie. Thank you so much for watching, and everyone have a great day.